everyone, welcome to Inkonversation. My name is Georgie Ndirangu. In case you're wondering about the setup and the background, we're in the northwestern part of Kenya. This is what you see immediately you get to Kakuma and the area around. If in case you're wondering whether you're lost, just look at Kalem Chuch and you'll know you're in the right place. The aim of the podcast is to highlight specific stories, inspirational stories, give a bit of perspective on people doing fantastic work all over, and today is no different. My guest today has a really remarkable story, from individually what he's been able to maneuver and accomplish to what he's currently doing at Kakuma refugee camp and the community around. Let's not waste too much time. Justin. We've been waiting to speak to you for quite a while. Thank you very much for creating time to be here. The man that you're seeing here we'd like to discuss it from two angles. We have Justin as him and Tisha Films, right? We'll start with Justin. 10 years ago, you were not here. I think even 5 years ago. 5 years ago is when you came, but just tell us briefly how you found yourself even here where we're seated today.
Or maybe if I have to go back to my country, the journey from my country to Kenya. I flee home, DRC, in the year 2009, and I had to run to Uganda refugee camp due to war and conflict in DRC.
Okay.
I stayed in a camp for over 4 to 5 years.
In Uganda?
In Uganda. But because I had a dream since I was young, I always wanted to be a filmmaker. Yeah, and being a filmmaker, pursuing your dream, you have to go to school. I had a good, loving father in Congo who promised me that, but the circumstances didn't allow. The situation took him away from me. Then it seemed like my dream was crushed. But in the refugee camp, I didn't give up. I just wanted to pursue this dream, hunting place to place to see where I can get opportunity to join school so I can reach my goals. In Uganda, it seems like it was difficult for me.
Were you by yourself?
I was with my family, 8 siblings.
Okay.
And I was responsible taking care of them. Yeah, I had to do casual works in the refugee camp as a young person.
Yeah.
And then due to life circumstances, we splitted into different locations within Uganda.
Okay.
Everyone took his way.
Yeah.
I made it to Kenya with my 4 other siblings.
Okay.
And then, thank God, I made it to Kakuma refugee camp, where I had to, identify more opportunities within the refugee community. Yeah, there are local organizations, there are local refugee-led initiatives here. I managed to join one of a refugee-led media here. Yeah. These were from FilmMed alumni who happened
came together and put something.
Exactly.
But it's I'm 100% sure it's not that easy. You didn't come and you decided, okay, there I know about this, I'm gonna go straight to that. Just walk us through when you arrived.
Yeah, arriving in a refugee camp, especially here in Kakuma refugee camp, it's not easy, especially starting from scratch. The condition, we are from equatorial regions where the atmosphere is the least fair.
Yeah.
Here you find the atmosphere is harsh. Like you find yourself in a lost situation. You don't know what to do. You have your siblings behind you. You don't know where to start. And the education is there. You have different papers. You cannot just be qualified and enroll to any school here. Yeah. You need to pass through a lot. Then in 2 years, I went back to primary.
You went back to school?
Yeah, I've been making, I don't know how to say it, but I've been making
a few steps, 3 steps behind to go 5 steps ahead.
Yeah, in my school career. Because in Congo, I left Congo when I was in Form 2. reaching in Uganda due to English problem. I came
yeah,
back to primary in Uganda. I completed primary, wanted to go to secondary. I came here in Kakuma. I had to go back again to primary, class 7. And then I completed class 7 because I never gave up. I just wanted to keep pursuing with education.
And just for context as well, you're in your late 20s now. So people can kind of do the math on how old you were when you were doing that. So what happened next?
Yeah, and when I joined now, I made it to secondary here.
Yeah.
Thank God it's free. There's no payment. You can, UN had made it possible for us to continue until high school.
Okay.
But I reached in class in Form 3.
What's that? 11th grade or something? Yeah, 11th grade.
And then there was this introduction of school fees.
Oh.
Yeah, someone has to pay, I don't know, 3,000, 4,000 to be able to complete high school here. Trust me, I didn't have anything. I had to drop.
Oh.
Because of 4,000.
Okay. 4,000 Kenyan shillings?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to drop.
It's like $30.
Yeah, I had to drop out. That was the year 2017.
Okay.
2017, 2018. I stayed home. I had to now start working on casual works. Yeah, helper in construction organizations here, where I was paid for 400 Kenyan shillings. You can see per day.
Okay.
Yeah. And then after that, in 2018, I now started looking for other opportunities. If I didn't make it to Form 4, then I was inspired by some global leaders who always say that it's not about school, it's about your passion. You can still pursue anything. I kept hunting on opportunities. That's why I applied for DCA. This is a NGO here that gives trainings.
What's DCA?
Vocation training, Danish Church Ed.
Okay.
It trains youth on how to, to manage, to open businesses. Business management.
Okay.
I trained for a few months. Through DCA, I applied for another training, 1-week training from the Oxford University, where they were training about executive leadership.
Yeah.
That's when I applied, and among people all over Kakuma, I passed in 30 people. We were qualified for 30.
First of all, the fact that you're even looking in a pool full of, I'm sure a lot of people look for opportunities and search, and some people have brilliant English, brilliant histories, but you managed to...
Yeah, I managed, exactly, because it's how much energy you can put, how much effort, concentration you can invest in what you're doing, and you always succeed. You fail, but something will come out.
Yeah. So when did the breakthrough happen? When did you feel like, okay, now I can breathe. Now this looks like what I want to do.
Yeah, when I made it to the Oxford training, that's when I now started to see myself, to understand what I'm after.
And what did they need from you, and what did you need from them? What was happening?
I just needed startup ideas to start my own initiative. And then we were giving training, a 1-week training, where I now came to learn how to do your startup, to start your organization from a ground. And then that's where I came. That's where I came with the idea of Tisha Film. Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, we are right at the juncture where we have Justin the brand now transitioning into Justin Tisha Films.
Exactly.
Which a lot of people now know you because of Tisha Films.
Because of Tisha Film.
In case you haven't seen anything from Tisha Films, which it's highly unlikely that you've not, but he's been one of the brilliant individuals just highlighting what happens within the camp, stories around, even some of the leaders that have helped and organizations that have helped within the camp and the community around. So very crucial work. And there's a team, and I've heard you on call saying, no, we don't want that camera, we want another camera. So we'll get to that. So Tisha Films is born. Did Tisha Films have direction on what it wanted to do, or all you knew was, I'm just going to set up a business and we'll figure it out as we move?
Yeah, from let me say from Congo, it was a passion. And then reaching in the refugee community, I have the experience of a refugee camp. I know what's like to be a refugee.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to transform this passion to an initiative that can help refugees, that can sustain my life, my family, and also be a voice for the refugee.
Love it. Okay.
Yeah,
Question: where did the name Tisha come from?
The name Tisha stands from Talent Shed.
Talent?
Talent Shed Films.
Shade.
Yeah, Talent Shed.
Shade, like the shade.
Yeah.
Talent Shade.
Yeah, Talent Shed.
Like everything under an umbrella or something
Exactly.
like that. That's
we have
phenomenal.
the talents
under
a shed.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And you said when you were younger you were keen on film and things.
Exactly.
So back to what you were keen on in DRC.
Yeah.
So how then did Tisha grow? When did you like start to say, okay, this makes even financial sense?
Yeah. When I established Tisha Film, I had nothing. People start businesses with something.
Nothing.
But I had just an idea.
Yeah.
Having the finances, money, the numbers on paper.
Which is crazy because you're just operating on faith.
Exactly.
Are you a religious man?
Yeah,
you believe
I am.
in God?
I'm
so
a
you
Christian.
trust in God will
I'm a Christian.
take care of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I presented Tisha Film idea to the young global leaders from the World Economic Forum during that training. That's when I met one person who opened my life, who gave me a light, called Kanini Mutoni, a Kenyan powerful woman who is so passionate, helped many refugee youth within Kakuma. And then Kanini promised to support me through the young global leaders from the World Economic Forum. That's where I got the opportunity to go to ADMI. Yeah.
So ADMI is who trained you technically?
Exactly.
Technically.
I had the idea, and Kanini wanted to invest in my business, to start my business. But she gave me two options.
Okay.
I can give you money to start your business, but this money can also help you further your knowledge on what you want to do. What do you choose? She just gave me one night.
To pick one?
Yeah, and then I picked school.
So Justin at this point has decided, okay, he's going to set up Tisha Films. Tisha Films is now starting up, but you're also now rallying people together. Why?
Because it's talent shed, and then you should have talent involved, especially the refugees.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are hidden talents within the refugee community that needs to be identified and supported.
Yeah.
And this is what Tisha Film is doing, revealing these talents to the world. Because our slogan says, real life through the lens.
Real life?
Through the lens.
Through the lens.
Our real life through the lens. So our life should be spoken the way it is, like the reality about us should be spoken in a real way.
Yeah.
And we can only do that. The refugee can only bring it the way it is.
The way it is.
Yeah.
The way they see it. You can only see it from, it's a very unique perspective.
Exactly. We identifying the talents, nurturing the talents within the refugee community. That's how Tisha Film brings people together.
We touched on something, and I think it's crucial to address this now. There's the word refugees that we've been... I think the world is slowly adapting to some sensitivities, but we were just discussing, maybe we could have it on camera, what a better way to say it is, because sometimes the connotation is, as a refugee, it feels like a stamp, but a lot of things are progressive. So what's a better way to say that?
For me, maybe forcibly displaced person.
Forcibly displaced person.
Yeah, is the most, at least a good appellation for that for us.
Yeah.
Because refugee should not be a status, someone's status.
Okay.
In storytelling, there's what we call life at balance. We had our lives at balance. I always say this, we had our lives at balance back in our homes.
Okay.
And then something happened we never expected. And then our life was thrown out of balance. So it should get back to balance. we should get back to where we were.
Yeah.
That is exactly what we need. Any help, any assistance to a refugee should focus on getting them back to balance. The food, the assistance we give them here should focus on getting refugee back to balance. And then they can, because we had homes, we had wealth, we had lands, we had our lives well established.
So get them back to balance.
We have to get ourselves
back to balance.
Back to balance.
With Tisha Films, now you've set it up, you've rallied, you've discovered, okay, there's 1, 2, 3 bits of talents here. So how do you now evolve as a company? How did that go? Did you get the capital you needed? Did you say, okay, we want to do 6 movies? Was it features? Okay, what is Tisha Films now focused on?
Tisha Film was established basically to tell African stories, the most vulnerable, like the forcibly displaced people stories. About their own way of living, their experiences, their life in the camp. So our focus was film, documentaries, and photography.
Okay.
And then we opened Tisha Film as a business company. So we work with the organizations on contracts.
At this time, you have all the documents to register, and
yeah, we have documents, registration documents, and thank God the first project we worked on that gave us the first camera was an NGO here in Kakuma called HI.
And before that you were leasing, renting?
We were renting.
Okay.
It was very difficult. We rented the first camera, and we bought the first camera on our first film project. And this film project, we first shot our first film with rented equipment. And then I brought that idea, the first idea of launching a film in a refugee camp, where I gathered organizations to watch.
You're a smart man.
To watch our movie. It was 25 minutes short story.
Collected around.
Yeah.
Things that they saw but they never saw.
Exactly. We were the first people to launch a film in the camp.
Okay, that's history. First people to launch a film in the camp.
In a camp.
Here at Kakuma.
Yeah, at Kakuma. Where many refugee leaders, many NGO gathered to watch this film because I invited them.
Yeah, and you need that capital. You need that social capital.
Yeah.
Buy-in.
I wanted that temptation that refugees can do something.
Yeah.
They should not be taken as people who
lightly.
Exactly.
We can do something, yeah.
We showed the film, we showcased the film there, and people were impressed on, Yeah. And then from there we started getting contracts from organizations if they need documentaries. And they were wondering, a refugee, speaking of millions, I'm doing a quotation of millions.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
A quotation of millions. And they're like, oh, you're still young and you talk of millions. Yeah, I didn't have the millions, but the millions was possible for me.
We're told millionaire is a state of mind.
Exactly.
Not,
So we did the first project where we were paid 300,000.
Okay.
We bought one camera.
Okay.
And then I just needed a camera. And then the rest will come.
With history.
Yeah. And then the second project was with another organization here. And then the third project was with Inkomoko, in partnership with 4 universities from London. These universities, the directors of universities met me. We discussed the business. And they're like, oh, we don't need people from outside. No. We have filmmaker in a refugee camp.
That means you're also a good marketer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I had them with the Inkomoko team. Unfortunately, it was another manager, not Charles.
Yeah.
Where we were, it was 40 interviews of businesses in Kakuma.
Yeah.
We did 40 interviews of businesses in Kakuma, and we were paid 3 million.
3 million Kenyan shillings.
Yeah. From this 3 million, that's where I bought the gears.
Exactly. That's the potential of film and storytelling, and it's brilliant. It doesn't matter where you are. You gave a good quotation, what served you, and that's how he bought the gear. Now with everything that Tisha Films is doing. Okay. Yeah. And Tisha Films, how many staff right now?
The staff, the people working. Yeah,
with
we are 11.
11.
Yeah, and 11 we pick from the students we teach.
Oh, so you also have a training...
We have a training program, and we've been able to train 5 cohorts.
That's phenomenal.
5 cohorts, and most of the young people within the refugee camp are self-reliant. They are doing their freelancing job, skills gained from Tisha Film.
So you're also going to change people's lives the way Kanini did to you?
Yeah, that's exactly why Tisha Film is there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, okay, so even on social media, because I know a lot of what goes out is primarily on social media in this day and age, you have Justin separately, Tisha Film separately, and the training separately?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you intend to grow all 3?
The training is in Tisha Film. And the Tisha Film has this program that I implemented 2 years ago, where people comes and be trained in the name of Tisha Film. We certify them after every 6 months.
Certificates. Well. And I'm guessing because you've partnered with different organizations.
Yeah.
The legitimacy
and,
is there.
And another achievement, I've helped many people access jobs because I write for them recommendation letters. Yeah, so...
You could work anywhere, but you're choosing to work here.
Yeah, I could work anywhere, but I just wanted to work here because here there are more opportunities. When I go to Nairobi, I just want to go back to Kakuma.
Yeah.
Because that's where I find myself. I have activities to do.
Yeah.
In Nairobi, I don't know where to start. I just go for meetings.
There's a lot of also everyone just rushing in Nairobi. Yeah.
And people doesn't want to hear you from, so they have this different negative perspective about the refugee camp.
Yeah.
But we know the opportunities that lies here.
Yeah.
And when I go to Nairobi, I have a good phone than yours, and you call me a refugee, but I have a good phone, I have a good laptop. We have refugees that are traveling across the world. People going to America, going to places because of what they've achieved.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I'm super proud of you. I'm super proud of you. I've seen you at work, so I'm super proud of you. Just 2 things I would like to know. One, what's the future of Tisha Films?
Yeah, I want to see Tisha Film a regional organization. Where it's just not focused on Kakuma, because we want to expand, to scale up to other refugee camps. Where we can now, the target is training at least 200 students per year. 200 students per year, that's the target. But we want to expand this number. We want to reach a huge number, even in different camps. We want to open branches in different refugee camps. Because we just want to tell the stories in a better way. We don't want people to come and talk about us. No, we can do it. Yeah, we know our story. Yeah, we know how to amplify our voices. We know what we're going through, and we can only be able to talk about what we're going through. That's true. Yeah. And there's power also in communicating your story through different languages. So exactly. There's that. And you speak English, Kiswahili, French, Lingala? Yeah, and also a little bit of Kinyarwanda. Kinyarwanda and some of the Amharic. For now, your interests are not only film, right? Like you have some things that you do to kind of decompress and relax. And what's that? What does that look like? Yesterday we went cycling. The lights are perfect. But what do you do to decompress? What do you do for fun? What do you do? For fun? Yeah. I like doing some exercise because I'm also I do exercises. I also like watching movies because that's where I gain insights and ideas. Inspiration. Because day after day, the world of film industry is growing, new creativities. So to come on with another idea, with a very great idea, updated idea.
Yeah.
We need to watch movies every day. Yeah, because we have this program of Tisha Film and Kakuma Movie Allies. This is a program that links all drama groups in Kakuma to come together under Tisha Film support, where we help them shoot their movies.
Okay.
If they have stories, I help them edit their script, help them how to, to write a good story, help them market their ideas. So this is a program that we want all the groups at least to be able to come up with good contents for the global audience.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Final thing, maybe you could just look down the barrel inside the camera, and to anyone who's looking and they're either a forcibly displaced person or they feel like their life is stuck.
Yeah.
Just give them a word of advice. He's looking down the barrel for a word of advice to anyone who's forcibly displaced or a young person who feels stuck.
Yeah, the advice that I can give to my fellow forcibly displaced people across the continent is to find always a hope away from home. That is a slogan I like using. Find hope away from home. It means you should not live with that negative mindset of you being a refugee. You can still do something. You can achieve whatever you have. You can still get your life back to balance. But it's you, not anyone. Because when we ask for a seat on a table, we should be invited people on our table. We should not be asking for a seat, but calling people to sit on our table. So it means we should take our responsibilities, our matters. We should be the ones solving our problems. So don't wait for anyone to come, tell you to get out from where you are, but people will support your efforts of trying to get out, to get your life back to balance. So a good life, your life is still possible. The life you lost in your homeland is still possible. You can still get that life.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that very much. I like that. You're about to steal the show from me. Within the people that you have working with you, do you have any separation? You say, okay, we'd like 50% women, 50% men, or is that something that you'll probably work towards?
Yeah, we empower girls to come to the film industry.
Yeah.
Because less of them, many people, they have also this negative mindset that they cannot be able to access the film industry. They are only women. But we are encouraging them. Even when we send when we post our intake, we encourage women to join. We have women filmmakers in Tisha Film. We have 30% of women, 40% of women representing the membership, representing the membership of Tisha Film.
Okay.
So
that's brilliant. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm super proud of you. If you want to catch Justin or Tisha Films on social media, your name, your handle?
Justin Mahamba.
Yeah.
In LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
TikTok?
TikTok, Wellborn. It's a nickname.
Oh, it's a nickname,
yeah,
Wellborn.
Wellborn from Uganda.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Tisha Films?
Tisha Film, WhatsApp Tisha Film.
It's T-S-H-A.
T, and then, is it a hyphen?
Yeah, hyphen, S-H-A.
S-H-A.
So
then
Talent
film.
Shade
Films. Yeah.
Because Tisha in Kiswahili is kutisha, like unatutisha.
Yeah,
like
people think it's kutisha.
I like it too. I like it too. So that's on every platform.
Every platform.
Right.
We're on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Okay.
And we post stuff every day because we have activities every day.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Very, very nice to meet you. Thank you to all of you for tuning in. I know if we were to even continue, it would take 3 days here at this beautiful location, but we'll just wrap this up here. You can see more on Justin's platforms. I'm Georgie Ndirangu. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
Merci.